Welcome to Graphic Policy Television, GPTV. I'm Brett, and we are looking at the latest release for Wizkids Dungeons & Dragons Attack Wing Wave 6. The figures for this wave are the Water Cult figure, the White Dragon, and the Shield Dwarf Fighter. Two smaller figures plus Dragon. I think the next one I want to open up is the Shield Dwarf Fighter. We're going to kind of go with that one, as we've got two human-like figures in a row. I feel like that's appropriate. So for those who don't know, Dungeons & Dragons Attack Wing is a miniature game where you battle it out building an army full of pre-painted figures, and you fight the other players, usually in scenarios or stuff like that. And the game is based off of Wizards of the Coast Dungeons & Dragons. And yeah, so let's first up look at the dwarf figure. I always like to look at the figures to start things off. So that's the dwarf figure. Haven't really gotten a chance to look at it. Some nice shading on the back. The front's looking pretty good. Some decent coloring. Overall, not bad. A lot of the figures I saw in the store were kind of busted up on the painting aspect. So definitely check things out. I was thinking maybe instead of having blue pants and sleeves, you might have gone with skin color, but not bad overall. The detail's pretty good. I'd say there's definitely better figures in the line, but not horrible. The key is, what does the figure do, and what upgrades do you get with him? So first, we've got a scenario. It is Adventure 8, River Guard Keep. It's a two-player scenario. Adventures of the Keep, 120 neutral versus 150 of Ulfgar's company. You get some rewards for your continuing adventure. Let's look at the cards you get, or the tokens you get. We have the Ring of the Ram, Heroism, a bunch of other tokens. It's looking pretty cool. And then this other one, things have kind of popped out and are falling out, which does happen. You've got the wheels, some disabled, and the movement. We have Dwarf Warrior and Ulfgar Iron Fist movement, if you want to see it. Well, let's actually check out the cards themselves, because that's what folks are really interested in, is how good the figure is. So, Dwarf Warrior is a Shield Dwarf Fighter. We have two versions. He comes in, well, first let's look at the movement. Very slow, as we would expect. Not super maneuverable, but decent, basically just a slow figure. We're not looking at movement 3. He's looking more like the actual Dwarf Ballista, slow, monotonous, plugging along. But the figure is really tough. We have 22 points and 35 points. The 22 points, 3 attack, 1 defense, 5 life, and 2 shields. The 35 point is 4 attacks, 1 defense, 5 life, 2 shields. They do have a range attack, range of 3 and 1 melee going forward. Ulfgar's Iron Fist's ability is whenever Ulfgar attacks a target at range 1, he may convert one of his hits results into a critical hit. So we're seeing a pattern between the dwarf and the Wario Cult figure about messing around with your hits. The other figure can do it. The main dwarf is level 4, and Ulfgar is level 11. Kind of key on that one. Pretty helpful. Let's look at the other cards that you get. Oh. So we've got Toughness. So Toughness is 3 points. During the compare results step of combat, you may discard this upgrade to cancel One hit or one critical result of your choice cannot be equipped by a siege weapon. That's pretty cool. I like that one. We have Focused. A lot of text on that one. Another 3 points. After an enemy creature moves or charges through you while you're on the ground, or after an enemy flying creature ends its movement overlapping you and successfully moves past you, you may immediately discard this upgrade to pivot 90 degrees or 180 degrees at your discretion. Do not place a pivot token beside your creature. You suffer no penalties for pivoting. After you pivot, if the creature that moved through you is not in your forward arc, you cannot attack this round. So we've had discussions. I've had discussions with other people that single figures really need to get the ability to be able to maneuver really quickly and pivot and stuff like that. We're starting to see that. We have 4 points for Furious Blow. Actually, I can see a lot of people trying to get multiples of those. So back to that. Furious Blow for 4 points. When attacking with a primary weapon melee attack, you may discard this upgrade at the start of the roll. Attack dice step of combat to roll +2 attack dice. So get some more hits off of that. Not bad. And let's look at what else we've got. We have Potion of Heroism. Plus 1 timer on this upgrade. It's an action. Roll +1 attack die and +1 defense die whenever you are in combat. When this effect ends for any reason, discard this card. Interesting. We've got Arrow Catching Shield. It's 4 points. You cannot equip another shield upgrade or a two-handed weapon upgrade. When defending against a melee attack initiated by a creature in your forward arc, roll +1 defense die. When defending against a ranged attack initiated by a creature in forward arc, roll +2 defense die. So we've got 2 shields in the 2 figures that have come out. So we've got a little bit theme, at least between the human figures. So a lot there kind of going with them. We have the Ring of the Ram. It's a 5-point figure, or 5-point upgrade, 3 range. Disable this upgrade and spend your target token to make a 3 dice attack against one creature at range 1 to 3 in your forward arc. This attack penetrates armor. If you inflict at least 1 damage against the creature, you may place 2 timers on this upgrade to force the creature to receive the continuous effect below in addition to the damage. If the affected creature was in the air, it must immediately land. The affected creature cannot change altitude or perform actions. It's actually pretty cool. It's a ring. A little Lord of the Rings going on there. That's actually an awesome upgrade. 5 points. I would absolutely use that in the game since it's kind of control weather, except a ring. We've got 5 points as well. Hammer of Thunderbolts. It's the campaign artifact. Disable this upgrade to make a primary weapon range attack against one creature at range 1 to 2 in your forward arc. If you inflict at least 1 damage against the creature, you must immediately make an additional 2 dice attack against the creature and every creature within range 1 of that creature on the same play level. This additional cone attack is what it is. Penetrates armor. You can only equip 1 other weapon upgrade or a shield upgrade. Not bad. Just a kind of a way to attack multiple creatures in an area without some of the spells that you need to do, which you wouldn't see with the dwarfs anyways, necessarily. So, cool figure. Opens up the game a little bit. It gives some abilities for non-spell playing characters and creatures. So, good in that, gives you more options. Bad in that it was kind of the thing that spells had going. With some of these abilities, so it is what it is, but not bad overall. It's a cool figure. Of course, we're going to look at the White Dragon next, but until next time, you can catch us every single day at graphicpolicy.com. Of course, we're on Facebook, Twitter, of course, YouTube, all at Graphic Policy. We keep it nice and consistent. So until next time, keep rolling those die and keep it geeky.